Hello there everyone, welcome back to another Gate Ruler video. I've got a really exciting one because I'm going to be talking about the rarities and the pull rates, most importantly, for our set 1. But before I get started, I just want to remind you that if you enjoy the content here, hit the subscribe button and like the video, that'd be much appreciated. But let's get started with first a quick announcement. So I'm going to put a picture up on screen here. This morning, as of the time of this recording, it was confirmed that you can, at a tournament organizer's discretion, use mixed language product. So you can use Japanese cards with English cards in both England and Japan, and indeed any other country that has English Gate Ruler or Gate Ruler in general. You can use any of the languages. It is all fine, which is amazing. Not that many card games do that, so that's really, really good. Not that many like smaller card games, certainly. Some of the bigger ones obviously do with limitations. So yeah, that's really, really good news. If you find cards cheaper in Japanese, like Ubers, for example, go ahead and buy those. Totally tournament legal. I'll put the post here. It's on the official Gate Ruler Twitter. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the stuff I know you're here for, and I'm going to be putting these lovely infographics made by Inanaku Mu, whose Twitter is on the infographics, but I will also link in the description. You can find our Twitch in the description too. So all of that is there. Let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to go ahead and tease you a little bit. So we're going to start with the rarity explanation here. So you should be seeing that little graphic on screen now. So you can see there's essentially the high rarity pack equivalent cards that we are getting in English, because we are not getting the high rarity pack. So in the Japanese release, there were two versions of set 1. There was the normal version, which you can see on the left there, and then on the bottom you can see the high rarity pack. It's the one with the cross through it. And this was essentially, all the cards were foil, they were extended art, or they were like, didn't have text boxes and stuff, it was see-through and those kind of things. It was just a much more pretty version of the card. It was sort of like a collector's booster, you might know from Magic the Gathering. And in the high rarity pack, you had all of the cards in the normal set, plus you also had reprints of the starter deck cards. So we are not getting that high rarity pack, which I think is a good decision for the English market. I think people generally aren't too fond of that, but it did quite well in Japan, actually. It did better than the main set, is my understanding. But anyway, we are instead going to be getting these high rarity pack versions inserted into our product. So these are about 1 per pack, potentially more, from what I've seen and the data that I and others have gathered. And essentially, this means that the English set is also a little misleading, because it only says 133 cards, but it actually contains the trial deck cards in as inserts. Not at a particularly high pull rate necessarily on the foils of those, but you know, you'll get them. So they are reprinted in the set, so they are a little bit more available than just in the trial deck. And of course, you have the chance to pull a really nice, blingy, full art version. You can see there of Shiori Lordia, and that's what the high rarity pack version looks like. You can see it's very, very obviously different, and that does vary from faction to faction. So I'm going to go to the next infographic now. And this shows an example of all sorts of different rarities. So in the top left, you can see that is what a 1-star looks like in high rare versus normal rare. In the bottom left, you've got a 3-star. In the middle, you have Midas, who is a starter deck card, and you can see what that high rare looks like. You can see the text box, the white background disappears, and it looks much better. And of course, it will be foil. You know, it's fairly obvious to tell when it's in person, a little harder to tell from just an image. And beneath that, with Buster Clothesline, that is a 2-star. In the bottom right, you of course can see the Shiori, which I showed on the previous infographic. And above that, you can see what the Legends look like. Now, the Legends actually don't have a high rarity pack version, like a full art version. They instead come in Uber Rare. And we'll talk about Uber Rares in a moment, because all of the 4-stars and a few of the 3-stars also come in Uber Rare. But essentially, this is what they look like. And I'm going to stop blue balling you now. Let's go ahead and get on to what you are really, really here for. So these pull rates are nuts. Let me be totally upfront. This is ridiculous. I've never seen so much value in any trading card game product ever in my life. Like, this is nuts. It's free money. It's like a money printer go brrr. Like, there's no way you buy a box and you do not gain value. You get so much, right? So per pack, you're getting 2 to 3 foils. So that means like high rarity pack cards. So 3 stars or 4 stars from the normal set, and then also high rarity pack cards. So foil versions of anything, essentially. 2 to 3 per pack, which is nuts. In one box, you can expect about 75 foils. We found in our observations at the moment about 22 3 stars, about 15 4 stars. That's base rarity, by the way. Roughly 2 legend rares or uber rares, and so either you'll get 2 legends or you'll get 1 legend and an uber rare of a 4 star or 3 stars, what we observed. It did vary though. Sometimes you got 2 and an uber rare. That was fairly random. And you would typically get and you will get 1 legend rare uber rare per box. And in addition to all of those, you will also get 35 high rarity pack cards, which can include, 4 stars in high rarity, 3 stars in high rarity. So typically, whilst it says 15 4 stars there, we actually saw it was closer to 20, including those high rarity versions. Between 18 and 20 is what we saw, which is ridiculous. It essentially means you're typically getting 1 of every 4 star per box on average, which is, nuts. And in a case, so when we take these figures and we get a nice little aggregate, you're looking at about 450 foils, 94 3 stars, 138 4 stars or so, about 144 stars, 12 legend rares, so you're getting 2 of each legend, you're getting 6 of each, you're getting 6 legend rare ubers, so you're getting 1 of each legend in uber, and then you're getting about 1 3-star uber and about 3 4-star ubers. That was fairly consistent. 200 high rarity pack cards. Now again, this is just from a relatively small sample size, but it's since making these infographics, more cases have been opened, more data has been collected, and nothing really deviates from this significantly. It's plus or minus a little bit, like a % or something. So really, this is fairly stable. What you can expect. It is ridiculous. I really need to emphasize, like, the value you're getting here is, like, imagine if you went out and you bought, because of the price, you went out and bought 2 boxes of Vanguard, for example, right? That would be equivalent to, instead of getting for example, the Vanguard D, you would get 8 triple rares. Here, that's like getting 20 triple rares, right? Like, the value is off the charts. There's like, I cannot recommend purchasing Gate Roller product enough. When you see my unboxings, you'll see this in person. You'll see the level of value. It's truly wild. So the final infographic I want to sort of leave here is just a reminder. The game releases on April 30th. And join the Facebook group Gate Roller TCG Worldwide Trade and Discussion. That's where you'll be able to get all your cards, and we're planning on organising a tournament for that fairly soon. More details will follow, so you should definitely join. Some YouTube channels very kindly getting a shout out from Moo here, which I appreciate, and she's of course very kindly allowed me to use these infographics in this video, so please go and support her. It'd be much appreciated. But there we go. That's the sort of the lowdown. I hope you guys found this video useful, enjoyed it. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, because I think you're going to see a lot of really good Gate Roller stuff here. And yeah, I'm really excited for release next week. Hopefully I'll be getting my product on release date. Might be a few days depending on how customs works, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on my socials, which you can find in the description. And while you're down there, like the video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.